High Desert Pioneer put this up on Google today. I just called it up. This is USCO News, part of the USA Today Network, so on and so forth. Well, I didn't understand what this was all about until I called it up. This is Lincoln County. Whoops, excuse me. Better back us up. It approved the Second Amendment sanctuary status. This is Diane Stalling, published February 19, 2019. I better zoom that in so you can see this just a little better. I better unzoom this just a hair. Okay. Lincoln County Commissioners also approved a resolution opposing legislation imposing rules that exceed federal laws on private firearm transfers. Now, apparently this is New Mexico, if my brain tells me correctly. They voted 4-1 Tuesday to approve a resolution to become a Second Amendment sanctuary county in reaction to the proposed state gun legislation. Commissioner Elaine Allen cast a one lone nay vote, saying that while she concurred with many of the comments, she did not support the idea of having a sanctuary status. Okay, now, let's see. They amended the language to include lack of common sense. Ha! Got that right. Lincoln County Sheriff Robert Shepard and other sheriffs across the state contended that some provisions in the proposed laws are unconstitutional. You got that right. Yeah, they crowded in there, boy. Commissioners also approved a resolution opposing legislation that would impose rules, regulations, and restrictions exceeding federal law on all private firearm transfers between individuals. The vote was unanimous. Here's the people. Lincoln County Sheriffs opposed gun legislation. 2 resolutions were placed on the Commissioner's agenda after numerous pieces of gun legislation dealing with background checks at gun shows, seizure of firearms and ammunition in case of restraining orders and other proposed new laws seemed destined to become law. In an interview before the Commissioner, Shepard said that the likelihood that all gun legislation bills will pass the legislature and land on the governor's desk for his signature to become law. The resolution is one way to express the view argued by sheriffs before House and Senate committees that many of the new provisions are unconstitutional. All the gun laws have so far gotten due passes. In reaction, the resolutions were drafted in a last-ditch attempt pushing back against legislation supported by Governor Lou Ann Grisham, a Democrat who took office in January. The sheriffs opposed these bills. A lot of these counties are declaring themselves Second Amendment sanctuaries. Let's see. Senate Bill 8 was heard last week. The Senate passed it with 2 or 3 amendments, so on and so forth. The gun bills creates a new section under Chapter 30, making it unlawful to sell firearms without a background check, a provision directly related to gun shows. Senate Bill 8 prohibits the sale of firearms without conducting a federal instant background check, so on and so forth. H. Bill 83 creates a civil process by which law enforcement officers or household members can petition the district court for a protective order against an individual who poses an immediate danger and possesses a firearm, so on and so forth. Here's what gets me, people. Now, they can go trying to take the firearms off of people, but they never take the firearms off the cops. If they are able to get these laws passed and confiscate the firearms off the people, you're going to have another Nazi Germany, where the Gestapo have the firearms and you have nothing but a brick and a rock. We got so much going on right now. Out there in Texas, not long ago, they walked into a house. No knock warrant. Went into a house, killed a man and a woman, all because of one of the cops was a dirty cop. And he got a no-knock warrant. They went in there and they killed that man and a woman. Just recently in Delaware, a state patrol guy stuck a gun to a man's head because he wouldn't exit the car. All he asked was, the driver said, why did you stop me? Okay, bingo, get a gun to your head. Now, this is what's going on, people, and thank God for these sheriffs. Thank God. I mean, they are the backbone of this country. If you get a good one in, or you can get a bad one in and have a bad governor, and bingo. You can't allow these kind of people into office. Never, 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 never. Yeah, it says here, New Mexico sheriffs fight gun rights. Gun seizure bill advances in New Mexico. New Mexico legislation moves to close loopholes on background checks. I don't know what this is. It's nothing to do with what's going on. But people, you've got to get to these meetings. You've got to get to these commissioner meetings. You can't allow bad people to become governor of your state. Because if they really cared about the people, they wouldn't be trying to take away your rights. If you get these kind of socialist people in there, they want to change the world, send them down to Venezuela. Send them someplace where they can play dictator, but not here in the United States of America, the land of the free. Thanks for watching. I better put this back up here so you... Thanks for watching, guys. Keep up the fight.